whispered dreams in quiet rooms, afraid they'd fall if spoken loud. I held my heartbeat in my hands, hoping no one heard the sound. You looked at me like I was brave, even when my voice was small. Every second shaking hard, still you never let me fall. I didn't know my voice could rise until I learned to trust the light. Hold my starlight nerves tonight, let me tremble into light. Every heartbeat terrified, still alive, still alive. Even fragile hearts can brave every fear and every wave. We still shine, we still shine. We learn to stand inside the storm, not hide the tremble in our bones. Hope was shaking just like us, but we never stood alone. I wasn't weak, I wasn't wrong. Fear just taught me how to stay. Love is louder, love is strong. Even when we shy away, I didn't know how bright I'd glow until I let the trembling show. My starlight nerves tonight, let me tremble into light. We were fighting just to rise, still alive, still alive. Even fragile hearts can brave every fall and every wave. We still shine, we still shine. Before I know, but trembling isn't running, it's choosing hope and holding. Hold my starlight heart so high, let the shaking turn to light. Every breaking still survives. We're alive, we're alive. Even fragile hearts can brave every fear and every wave. We still shine. If I break the wide at night, breathing slow to hold it right. Every fear inside my chest still finds your hand, still finds its rest. Don't tell me, don't shake, let trembling make me break. Hold me when I'm breaking open, let the cracks burn like sunrise. If my voice shakes while I'm hoping, don't hush me, let me rise. Stay. Ooh, stay. Shadows move inside my breath, doubt gets loud, I feel the weight. You don't run, you take a step, whisper hurt, but don't escape. If fear's the price to feel alive, I'll fall, I'll break, then climb. with me while I turn fearless, shaking loud but still divine. If I break, don't call it weakness. Every fracture learns to shine. Raise me when I shake apart, lift the sound inside my heart. If I break, if I cry, I will rise, I will rise. Rise, rise.
When the night falls heavy on your chest, and every hope feels out of breath, when the world turns colder than you dream, I'll be the voice that doesn't leave. You fought the dark with shaking hands, you learned to break, you learned to stand. And though the scars are loud and true, I bleed again to stand with you. You don't have to brave it all alone. I'll fight the quiet with your trembling soul. I'll hold the flame when you can't feel light. I'll take the fall, I'll stay and fight. If your strength fades, I'll give you mine. We'll rise again, one spark at a time. If storms arrive and faith feels small, I'd burn for you, I'd burn through all. No matter how the night may change, I'll hold the flame. I'll hold the flame. When every step feels paper thin, and doubt comes knocking like a friend, when every whisper says you're wrong, I'll sing your name until you're strong. You don't have to prove a thing to me. Your heart's already fierce and free. If fear returns, let it return. We rise each time the edges burn. Even if the world forgets your name, I'll stay, I'll speak, I'll call your flame. I'll hold the flame when you can't feel light. I'll take the fall, I'll stay and fight. If your strength fades, I'll give you mine. We'll rise again, one spark at a time. If storms arrive and faith feels small, I'd burn for you, I'd burn through all. No matter how the night may change, I'll hold the flame. I'll hold the flame. If you break, I'll break beside you. If you fall, I'll fall too. Louder than the darkest night, love can scream and still be right. I'll hold the flame when your voice shakes. I'll stand through every fear it wakes. If every dream must burn to stay, then burn with me, we'll make a way. If time forgets the past we came, our hearts will carve another flame. No matter how the night may change, I'll hold the flame. I'll hold the flame. I'll hold the flame.
held my breath through every storm, pretending I was made of stone. Strength is just a quiet room where no one hears you shake alone. I try to walk without a sound, afraid my voice will give me away. But every truth I push down deep still burn beneath the things I'd say. I wore my fear like armor, but armor feels like chains. And you were there to see me when silence said my name. So light me when I break tonight, let the cracks burn into light. If I fall, don't pull away, stay through every trembling line. I'm done pretending I don't shake, done hiding from the noise I make. If love is where the brave hearts stay, light me when I break. I used to think the soft ones lost, the ones who cried too much were weak. But you looked at every fragile part like they were places meant to speak. I never asked for rescue calls, I only prayed I'd learn to stand. But learning doesn't look like pride, it looks like trusting someone's hands. I once called fear my shelter, but shadows never heal. And you were there to tell me that hurting still is real. So light me when I break tonight, let the cracks burn into light. If I fall, don't pull away, stay through every trembling line. I'm done pretending I don't shake, done hiding from the noise I make. If love is where the brave hearts stay, light me when I break. If I cry, it doesn't end me, it means I'm learning how to bend. And if I scream, just stay beside me. Sometimes breaking means we mend. So light me when I break tonight, turn these fractures into scars. If I fall, don't turn away, hold me through the rising tide. Every tear becomes a flame, every fear learns how to change. If love is where the brave hearts stay, light me when I break. Lead me when I break. You touch my sleeve like something new, quiet hands but loud as truth. I didn't plan to lose my guard, didn't think my heart could move this hard. Your voice is warm but scared like mine. We talk soft but feel like fire inside. I never liked the way I shake, till shaking led me here to stay. I used to hide the parts that cracked our quiet meant I wouldn't last, but you don't flinch when I unfold. You stay when everything feels bold. So hold me loud, don't let me drown inside my doubt. Even when I shake and break, don't tune me out, just turn me up. If loving hurts and feels too proud, then let it hurt, let it be loud. I don't want quiet love right now, hold me loud. Ooh, 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 ooh. I used to blur the edge of me, Feeling my heartbeat underneath my sleeve, but you can't hear it through my chest, like I'm a song that never rests. You say it's scary, but it's real, and somehow that's the way I heal. I don't need perfect, I need true, and tremble right in front of you. I thought soft meant weak before, but softness opens every door. If every fear is turning gold, then take me shaking as I grow. So hold me loud, don't let me drown inside my doubt. Even when I shake and break, don't tune me out, just turn me up. If loving hurts and feels too proud, then let it hurt, let it be loud. I don't want quiet love right now, hold me loud. I don't need silence to be safe, I need someone who stays through waves. Let every tremor speak for me, I'm learning how to breathe and be. So hold me loud, don't let me fade. Turn every crack into a flame. I'll shake, I'll rise, I'll sing it out. Hold me loud, hold me loud, hold me loud, down. If loving hurts, then let it burn. Every trembling heart can learn. Don't hush this love we finally found. Hold me loud, hold me loud. Your voice is calm, your hands confess, they shake like mine, they never rest. You tell me fear just means we care, and caring heavy makes us bear. I never knew that quiet hearts could thunder when the night gets dark, but you don't blink when I unfold. You hold my trembling like it's gold. I used to wish I felt less deep. Now every tear feels like release. So unshake me slow, hold the pieces while they glow. If I break, then let me break. Don't fix the sound, just let it ache. Every breath that shakes my bones still means I'm standing not alone. If loving hurts and takes control, unshake me slow. Cuts clean and kind, like truth that doesn't bleed the mind. You never rush the way I heal, you just stay close and make it real. I always thought the strongest ones were cold and never came undone, but now I know the ones who stay are brave enough to feel afraid. I used to call my fear a flaw, but shaking still means holding on. So unshake me slow, hold the pieces while they glow. If I break, then let me break. Don't fix the sound, just let it ache. Every breath that shakes my bones still means I'm standing not alone. If loving hurts and takes control, unshake me slow. That shake the most, I'm learning how to hold them close. So unshake me slow tonight. Turn every scar into a light. If I break, I'll rise again. Just stay until I breathe. shakes my bones. Still means I'm here, still means I grow. If loving hurts but helps us know, unshake me slow. You touch my sleeve like you're afraid of waking up the part of me I say. Your voice is velvet in the dark, but every word ignites a spark. I keep my breathing slow and tight. This kind of quiet turns to light. You look at me like truth is warm, and suddenly I come undone. I always swore I'd stay composed, but love don't listen when it knows. Fall in slow motion with me, let every heartbeat shake free. If we tremble, let it show. Don't rush the way we lose control. Hold me like a whispered prayer. Break me soft and leave me bare. I don't need strong, I need real devotion. Fall in slow motion. I'm learning how to speak in sighs, the kind that live behind the eyes. You trace the fear beneath my ribs, like baby shaking's how we live. I never loved this close before, but I'm not running anymore. If loving you means losing guard, then let me break and beat that hard. I used to fear the way hearts bend, but maybe breaking lets us mend. Fall in slow motion with me, let every heartbeat shake free. If we tremble, let it show. Don't rush the way we lose control. Hold me like a whispered prayer. Break me soft and leave me bare. I don't need strong, I need real devotion. Fall in slow motion. Let every note crack on the climb. Vulnerable is still divine. Hold the quake, don't look away. I'm learning how to stay. Fall in slow motion tonight. Let every tear turn into light. If we shake, it's how we grow. Don't quiet love, just let it glow. Hold me raw, don't let me hide. Every scar still stays alive. I don't need calm, I need real emotion. Fall in slow motion. You found me shaking in the quiet, trying not to make a sound. You saw the part of me that's fragile, but never try to calm me down. You let my heartbeat be unsteady. You held the fear inside my breath. You whispered softness like a promise, and I believed in it to death. tremble. You touch the quiet like it's sacred. You treat a tear like it's a prayer. You pull me close when I feel naked, and every fear feels smaller than I used to think my voice was breaking, when all it did was rising. Truth, if loving loud means shaking harder, then let me shake in front of you. If trembling means I feel, don't hush my heart, just keep it real. Stay when I tremble, don't let me fade into gentle. Hold me when I lose control. Let every crack show something whole. Let love be tender, loud and real. Tell me shaking hearts can't heal. Don't run when I'm not strong. Stay when I tremble. Hold me steady when I break. Let love be heavy. Hear me shake, let me shake. If I rise or if I fall, just sing me warm through every wall. Let love be fearless, even scared. Let trembling mean we're still aware. I don't need perfect, I need truth. Stay when I tremble. Stay when I tremble. Soft like midnight, your voice finds mine. Breathe on tremor, hearts align. I try to stand like nothing breaks, but you feel every move I make. Low voice hums beneath my ribs, higher echo lifts the wish. Third line floating through my doubt, wraps the silence, pulls it out. If shaking means I'm waking up, don't quiet me, just lift me up. Raise me with your harmony. Three hearts climbing wild and free. One voice trembling, one voice strong. I talk soft like it keeps me safe, whisper truth so it won't shake. You look in and you still stay, even when my breath betrays. Finger tap on my sleeve like don't hide every quake tonight. You don't flinch when I unfold, even when my pulse turns bold. I'm tired of gentle and gentlemen scared. I want a love that says break if you dare. Don't let me quiet down. I don't wanna fade out now. If I shake, then let me shake. Don't hush me when I'm brave. Hold my fear. Ooh, pull me near. Ooh, don't let me quiet down. Let me break loud somehow. Midnight breath in a crowded street, heartbeats sink where our shadows meet. You hear tremor like harmony, not a weakness, honesty. I'm learning love can still be soft, learning walls don't make you strong. You put courage in my hands like shaking love me as you are. If fear is real, then let it rain. I wanna feel everything. Don't let me quiet down. I don't wanna fade out now. If I shake, then let me shake. Don't hush me when I'm brave. Don't retreat. Stay with me. Tell me breaking isn't wrong. Tell me fragile still belongs. If my voice cracks, don't fix my sound. Let every tremor shake the ground. Love isn't quiet, love is alive. Hold me, shake and let me rest. Breathe me in. Break and mend. Don't let me quiet down. I was never meant to drown. Let me cry and let me scream. Let me burn through everything. Louder now. I know, calm down. We shake, we rise. We crown this sound. Don't let me quiet down. We don't always say it right. Sometimes silence starts a fight, and the smallest words can bruise when we forget what we could lose. But you breathe out and pull me close, like you're scared but still you hope. And suddenly the room is warm, even when our hearts feel torn. We break, we bend, we learn, we grow. Even gentle love can overflow. Hold my hand when the nights get heavy. Stay with me when I'm not steady. Even tears can light our way, as long as we don't walk away. We shake, we try, we fall, we stay. Love gets loud and love gets brave. Through every doubt and every ache, we'll be across your face. Little moments hold so much grace. There's a softness in your eyes that forgives where fear and longing hide. We don't need the perfect line, just a heart that tries each time. You don't fix me when I break. You sit beside me while I shake. Love isn't quiet, love is real. We speak the truth and learn to heal. Hold my hand when the nights get heavy. Stay with me when I'm not steady. Even tears can light our way, as long as we don't walk away. We shake, we try, we fall, we stay. Love gets loud and love gets brave. Through every doubt and every ache, we'll be okay. Stay right here. No more fear. Ooh, I'll be near. We rise, my dear. Hold my hand when the nights get heavy. We'll take our time, we'll breathe steady. Even broken hearts can glow, and we choose to let love grow. If the world shakes, we won't break. Every scar shows where we change. Through every storm and every ache, we'll be okay. We'll be okay. Late night, quiet room. Heartbeats louder than true. You breathe slow, then smile small, and suddenly I feel it all. Don't rush, don't speak. Just stay where my heartbeat leaks. Stay a little longer. Hold me when I'm softer. If I shake, don't go. Just breathe with me. We don't need forever, just this trembling weather. Right here we learn how hearts can speak. Stay close. I don't know. Don't go. You don't ask me to be brave. You let fragile have its place. Every tear feels safe to fall when your hands don't move at all. Don't rush, don't fix. Love grows slow in moments like this. Stay a little longer. Hold me when I'm softer. If I shake, don't go. Just breathe with me. We don't need forever, just this trembling weather. Right here we learn how hearts can speak. Stay with me. Ooh, quietly. We're free. Stay a little longer. Hearts get loud and stronger. Even fear stay. Quiet streets, soft night air. Your eyes say stay like a prayer. I shake it once, try not to hide. You smile first and I collide. Don't rush this, don't look away. Let fear tremble, let heart stay. Breathe here with me. Hold this moment carefully. If I shake, don't let go, just stay. Soft hands, slow eyes. We don't need to get it right. Just breathe here with me tonight. Stay close. Don't go. Street light gold on your face. Little laughs fill this place. Guitar rings, night feels safe. Every breath becomes our space. If quiet breaks, let it break true. I'll shake if it means I feel you. Breathe here with me. Hold this moment carefully. If I shake, don't let go, just stay. Soft hands, slow eyes. We don't need to get it right. Just breathe here with me tonight. Don't run. Where we want. We're undone. Breathe here with me. Hearts can tremble beautifully. If we break, we'll break awake and stay. Soft hands, slow eyes. Every fear turns into light. Just breathe here with me tonight. Breathe. Soft lights, quiet wooden floor. Coffee steamed by the open door. You breathe in like the night is slow. I breathe out like I finally know. Don't rush this feeling here. Let trembling pull us near. Hold my quiet light. Stay with me through softer nights. If I shake, don't walk away. Just breathe with me. Don't fade. Stay close. Ooh, don't go. Heartbeats tap like soft drums play. Street wind hums in a gentle way. Your eyes say you're safe to break. And in that truth, my hands still shake. If fear arrives, don't turn your face. Love grows slow in fragile space. And hold my quiet light. beside. Ooh, we don't divide. Hold my quiet light, even when we're burning bright. If I fall, don't let me fight, just lift me through the night. Soft hearts learn to shine with shaking hands in time. Don't go, don't leave the light. Hold my quiet light. We met where the streetlights hum, paper cup, cold hands, early autumn. You laughed like you knew the storm I kept, like every fear was a secret you already read. I said, I don't fall easy. You said, yeah, but you fall honest. And suddenly every quiet door in me started unlocking without a promise. You traced the shake inside my voice, said love is loud, so make some noise. So sing with me under city skies, let our hearts break and still decide. If we fall tonight, we fall alive. I don't need sure, I need real this time. No fairy tales, no perfect lines, just hand in hand and trembling try. If we lose our eyes, at least we tried. Under streetlights, second chances shine. Stay, ooh, don't fade. We don't run when truth shakes bones. We stay even when we feel unknown. You don't fix me when I start to break. You just breathe beside me till I'm in my way. Maybe love is messy faith, and I choose you through every quake. We don't take pretty over true, we take shaken hearts that still choose. You held the silence like a vow, said let it hurt, but don't bow down. So sing with me under city skies, let our hearts break and still decide. If we fall tonight, we fall alive. I don't need sure, I need a real this time. No fairy tales, no perfect lines, just hand in hand and trembling try. If we lose our eyes, at least we tried. Under streetlights, second chances shine. Hold on, we're strong. So sing with me if the world turns loud. If we break unbowed. We fall, we rise, we love out loud. Streetlight hearts don't quit the fight. No perfect script, but we stay and try. Every verse a fragile battle cry. If we lose our eyes, we still ignite. Under streetlights, second chances shine. We were strangers in a January wind, coffee steaming, nervous hands again. Your jacket held a chill like it knew I'd end up falling right into you. You joked you never get things right. I laughed like I believed you might. Funny how the smallest look can pull every wall down, beautiful and cruel. Maybe love's a quiet dare. Step too close, find truth there. Paper hearts in the city glow, walking slow like time runs slow. If we break, at least we tried. Fragile doesn't mean we hide. Hold my hope like it could tear. Love is brave when it's scared. Paper hearts, but we still show. Let the city see us grow. Don't fade. We danced in rain that never fell, said forever like we meant it well. Your voice shook when you said my name. Scary how soft things hold so much flame. I told you I'm a maybe, never sure. You said uncertain still can be pure. Some love screams, some love sighs. Ours just breathes and doesn't lie. Every fear we don't erase, we hold it face to face. Paper hearts in the city glow, walking slow like time runs slow. If we break, at least we tried. Fragile doesn't mean we hide. Hold my hope like it could tear. Love is brave when it's scared. Paper hearts, but we still show. Let the city see us grow. But they don't fold. Even trembling can feel bold. If we shake, then we still feel. Shaking still can make it real. Every crack still lets light in. Soft beginnings still can win. Paper hearts, but we still show. Let the city watch us grow. Soft rivers in my veins tonight. Silver shadows chase the light. I was quiet, always kind. Held my breath to stay alive. They said be gentle, stay divine. Bloom and water break in time. Every whisper shaped my bones. Now I drown where I once drowned. And if I float, it's not surrender. It's the last fight of something tender. Drown in moonlight, not in sorrow, not in shame. I rise where the water hides every scar that had my name. If the night calls softly, let it carry what I could not say. I was never meant to fade. I was meant to drift away. Lilies grow where silence weeps. Memory roots in fragile dreams. Hands once gentle turn to stone. Beauty never saved my soul. I was painted, never hurt. Fragile girl, porcelain word. Now the river sings for me. Freedom in this tragedy. And if I break, it's not defeat. It's the mercy water keeps drowning moonlight, not in sorrow, not in shame. I rise where the water hides every scar that had my name. Let go. Soft flow. I know. I don't vanish, I transform. Every tear becomes a storm. If the world could not recall me, let the river hold me softly. Drowned in moonlight, still I rise in silver flame. I was never meant to fade. I was meant to stay and wait.